everybody. We're the good doctors of Abbey Research. I'm Dr. Erin.
I am Dr. Kristen.
You're very welcome to our YouTube channel and our Good Doctors Diagnose for Monday, February 22nd, crawling through the month of February as we are. We hope wherever you are safe and warm, and I hope power and water and all of this from the polar vortex. We are buried in snow in both parts of Pennsylvania, but that is not what we are here to talk to you about today. We want to talk about generations, which we do all the time on our YouTube channel and our work here at Abbey Research. Specifically, we want to talk about generational generalizations. I will not make you say that again or listen to it again, but what we mean by that is the general kind of statements that, millennials all killed avocados because we love avocado toast so much. That is not specifically about one millennial. That is a generational generalization. And we want to talk about how that can impact your office. We have a specific example, and we'll share the link below from an article in Vox. You may or may not have seen, if you are close to the TikTok or know folks on it, a series of TikToks making fun of millennials for several things: our love of skinny jeans and
side parts.
Side parts, as we both have various side parts in this video, and the laugh cry emoji were the top three things that this particular TikTok video from a Gen Z perspective was making fun of millennials and calling us old for doing it. And so the Vox article was interesting to us because it points out that this always happens in generations. This is not the first time the young have made fun of the old. We had perceptions about boomers and Gen X when we were young. We told them they were old and made fun of them for their mom jeans, which are now inexplicably back again, but that is a different video for a different day. But we wanted to bring up this idea because it's kind of a fun way to then talk about the fact that you've got folks of all different ages and cohorts in your office, and they could be thinking all sorts of things about the other folks in the other age cohorts.
Basically, whatever organization that you are in, you have multiple generations or people with different feelings about their generations in it. So all fun and games. The whole point of the Vox article really was that this was funny until somebody got pretty serious about it on Instagram. That was like, if you think I'm upset about how you feel about my genes, like I've had infertility, like you don't know my life. And the Vox article was like, hey, pump the brakes. This isn't really what they're saying.
This is not a lot of millennials were taking it as a personal attack, and that was a choice.
Just because it feels like an attack, that's a feeling, not a fact, to quote the Mean Girls musical.
There we go.
And that is something we think we should keep in mind. Also, there's a bit of a, I think, emotional steam release in a certain way, a valve release in making fun of groups of people that are older than you, and it's kind of innocuous. Mocking people for things that are very important to them is not okay. But honestly, I hold my skinny jeans pretty dear and my side part, and you're never going to take that emoticon from me. But do I care at all that people think it's dumb? I do not, because these are inconsequential things. If they were mocking us for our student debt, or if they were mocking us for our political beliefs, then that would be a different ballgame. But one of the reasons that all of these articles and listicles are getting so much traction on BuzzFeed is that they're kind of fun to laugh at, and kind of fun to be faux offended by. However, if you are in an organization where people have had no interaction with other generations, and so I know Gen Z people that don't care if I have my side part. They don't care at all. Even if they retweet that meme and they think it's funny, they don't really care. But if I've never met a Gen Z person, and this is the only lens that I'm getting Gen Z through, I may have some really inappropriate expectations of how they would interact with me. It's entirely possible, as trite as this sounds, and you're probably thinking, gosh, good doctors, this is a bit of a stretch. We promise it's not. Because this is the kind of stuff that happens subconsciously, and you don't ever examine how you feel about other generations until you're forced to. If your organization is a multi-generational workspace, which we would posit once again, nearly all of them are, understanding stereotypes and the jokes being made about them and the trends on social media about them is an important part of being able to have informed and empathetic conversations about how to work together in a community.
Yeah, and I think it's such an important point to make about stereotypes are stereotypes for a reason, but sometimes there can be an underlying idea behind them that can be more impactful in your office dynamics than you maybe have dismissed it because it seems to be something that only exists on the surface. And we talk a lot about dealing with conflicts and multi-generational conflicts in the office. And it might seem silly to think that a conflict can stem from this, but if it becomes foundational to an underlying belief about that person or that group of people, then it really can lead to conflict. So staying on top of these ideas and understanding, even if it might seem on a superficial level, what the different folks of your different generations think and feel about each other is just a key part of leadership in these multi-generational spaces.
So ask questions and pay attention, and hopefully you'll be able to identify quickly if this is in good fun or setting up a potentially problematic relationship.
That is our Good Doctors Diagnose for this Monday. We hope you all have a good week on the internets and outside of them, and we will see you next Monday with more insights.
Bye.